What's going on, guys? Living here, and I'm coming at you today with some Prise De Tahure gameplay. Haven't really done much gameplay videos lately just because of the new update that came out for the CTE, and just little things I want to get across with those. But nice to be back on the battlefield and getting back into some, just grinding it out. I still want to get used to this map. Finishing it up for the last, what is it, a couple more weeks or a week or so or whatever till Gamescom comes out, which is the end of the month, when they're probably going to drop the new Lepco Pass map. So still got a little bit of time to grind this map out and figure out all the little things that I don't know about yet. So I've been using a little light tank strat still. I have been normally will be pushing over here on D if I spawn where I spawned at the very beginning of the game. Mainly because whenever I've seen the push over by B, the turn is so I put my tank in such an open area that the pathway is such a long narrow path. It's very hard for me to like commit to go cap B, because if I do and there's a tank that rolls up, I can't really get around cover quick enough. Unlike D over here, where there's something in, I forget what is that, like a busted down tank in the middle there on D, and then I'm able to turn this corner right here. So it's overall kind of nice to I've been finding lately to go down and attack D lately, and pushing over here when I spawn at the very beginning of the game over here by A. So that's what I've been kind of my strat been lately with the light tank. I haven't used a light tank in so long. Like, actually been trying to like incorporate it in my gameplay since vanilla maps. I used it maybe a little bit on Soysons. I was using tanks, and maybe every once in a while I'd grab one on Rupture, but if you remember, if you're watching my videos, I was really big on the transfer class. That's what I focused on the most. So it's been a while since using a lot of light tanks. I've used them a lot. I love grabbing them when I was playing on Imyons on the vanilla map. So this is kind of like everyone's kind of talked about. This is kind of like the dark version of Imyon. So been using this lately. And yeah, it's been kind of fun to use this again and get back at it. Still, I still need to get like a tanker, my 50 tanker score. I'm still not even there yet. I think I have like a 44 right now from my tanker score. So it'd be it's nice to see if I can move it up to 50 up here pretty soon. So fortunately we were able to take out the Shaman that kind of push. Like I said, it's kind of a choppy area when I get pushed over there by any type of enemy vehicle. So it kind of gives me a little bit of a I feel like I'm a little bit in favor, because even if they push me, I can lay some mines down. I blew up my teammates' mines right there because if an enemy throws a grenade on me and I'm on those mines, they're going to blow up my teammates' mines, and those mines are going to end up killing me. So just kind of be wary of that. If you do look at my screen, I do have the lighting turned up to the max right now for this map, so it is much brighter than how it normally is. And that's because I lean more on rather having better gameplay than having that kind of immersive battlefield aesthetic view that you can experience if you want to. But for me, I'd rather keep that down. As well too, I have the option to limit my the shaking, the vibration. So if there's like a tank that's shooting at me or bombs are dropping on me, my screen doesn't shake as much, so my aim is a little bit better. So I can take all the help I can get with my aim. So I'm able to lower that down, not completely off, but I think the lowest you can get it down to like 30%. So I think I have it down at like 30% right now, which is nice. So I consistently get pushed really hard here, and man, I died very quick here. That was kind of an interesting death right there, actually. What killed me right there? Yeah, because I was there at 64, and then that grenade he threw supposedly killed me. Like, if that grenade took me down, or was it 64? That was kind of a strange death. I remember when I had that death, I was like, what? So I'm not sure if there was maybe another grenade or something didn't register quick enough, or I don't have no idea what happened there. But yeah, so they were relentless there. And it's been a while since I've been on tank, because usually what ends up happening to me is none of my teammates are around me. So that's what was happening when I died. I see on my screen that all my teammates, everything, are over there by C and everything like that. So yeah, I'm over here. Unfortunately, I shot the wrong guy. I knew one of them was weak, and I killed everyone else except for the one guy I had shot right when I got in that smoke. So, another quick death right there, which usually ends up happening whenever I get out of these vehicles, or, if I'm out of my elite class. I seem to still have a little bit of an issue of dying and putting myself in places where I'm trying to hold back down the spot that I just died from, and it's usually you know, it's usually not a good attempt just because of the fact that there's always a bunch of guys there usually. So fortunately with C here, I'll tell you what, if the whole map so far, when it comes to understanding every capture point, I unfortunately don't understand C that well yet, and I think that's really important, because it seems like the games where I'm not like controlling C, it kind of, I think, kind of really hurts this map. Like, C is such a big area to control, and unfortunately it just seems like whenever I'm on C, it feels like I have half my teammates are around those houses and they're not actually capping it on C, and it makes it really a big nightmare. And I feel like I'm getting flanked from so many different sides. So lately I've been trying to stay away from it just because I've been doing so bad around C. But I want to get a little bit better at that. I think the more I progress in playing the map, I'll understand how to play C much better, finding those little angles and where people are going to be coming from normally. Like I'm doing much better here, like on F, or excuse me, on E over here. Like I know this is where they're going to be pushing at. Well, I know their spawn's going to come out right over here, so I'm already aware of that. I'm waiting for it, so I pushed them instantly because I knew they would both be right there. So I'm going to lay some mines over here. That's where their tank usually will come out with their spawn at. And finish capping this up at E, and I'll push my way all the way out. And probably make a push to C, probably. Yeah, probably make a push to C now. So yeah, like I said, you see this game, there's a lot of this because I'm rotating around. It's not the best thing to do. I really don't like that game style of like rotating around, and when you're, you know, doing one big circle, you're capping a base and then losing the base and doing a big circle on that. But just to try to like help my team out as much as I can, because like I said, C over here has been a nightmare for me. So yeah, I'm gonna throw some smoke down, give myself a little bit of cover. Got that gas grenade right there, and I'm concerned to see if someone might be on top, but I realized I have teammates on top, and I still think I get shot from here from somewhere. Or something happens, so I don't get shot here yet. Yeah, no, I'm good still, but yeah, it's such a sketchy. I'm trying to see if my teammate has like a flare, or this guy has a flare, and that's what I want to do. Throw some flares, just to spot the people, to see where they're at, because like I said, when I'm over here, it's like, man, there's something getting shot. I get so stuck in between, should I bother flanking and going in all the houses and kill all the guys that are in the houses that are going to be shooting you from above, or do I get on the actual capture point and start capping it? Because, you know, you can be in the houses all day long, but if you're not on the actual you know, capture zone, you're never going to get anything out of it. So so here I'm getting shot at, and I should have faked that I went in the room. I was expecting them to be a little bit more aggressive, pushing the room, but they didn't, and they took too long. And they come up here and they yeah, start to throw some limpets, and yeah, that's good overrun there. So I should have faked that. I was expecting them to rush me much quicker than what they did right there. So because I got myself in trouble there. So fortunate, but unfortunate for us, we were able to cap C. And that's nice because I got my teammates down there by D, even though I get a kind of a bad spawn. The spawns over here on C are kind of rough. The moment anyone steps on C, you get pushed out here so far. So yeah, I have to. Then what I try doing then is just trying to get to a flanking position. That's what I've been doing a lot on my C lately. It's a lot of flanking position because of the fact that it's just like I said, when I feel like I'm capping, I'm getting shot from the top from somewhere, and it's causing so many problems that it's like it's not even worth it. So unfortunately, I'm able to run up by where this shaman's at and take the shaman out. That's nice. He must have. This is when I get kind of curious. I'm like, how did he miss my landmines? You'd be surprised that a lot of people will run over those landmines. As much as there's a lot of people who will check that, like I'm always a person who always will be in, if I'm in my tank, I'm always, even like at the very start of the game, right? I'm like moving with my tank out, and I'm instantly already looking at the ground, even knowing that, you know, there's just not going to be a mine right there, but I'm instantly like kind of watching those areas already, because you know, you just get such in the habit of doing that. Because what would end up happening is the moment I don't look at it, you know, there ends up being a mine right there and I run over it. So yeah, I just try to get in the habit early on. And so yeah, so I'm gonna push over here again. Like I said, I'm doing a lot of flanking in this game, so I'm trying to watch these rooms there. This is what's killing me. You get some guy that just stays right there, just blasting me, and I already have to deal with these dudes that are, you know, right here on the base. So it's just on the actual capture point. So it's just a pain altogether. And so I'm able to get to that guy. I think I get shot there. There it is. there to see what I'm trying to say. So it is endless on C for me. It's just nothing I can do about it right now, and it kind of stinks because my win percentage is getting kind of docked a little bit because of the fact of I just can't seem for the life of me handle C, and C is such a crucial, I think a crucial capture point for this map. So you know, if you cap C, you can come out from any angle from there and cap any other base from C. So that's what fortunately I have to do, this big loop around the whole entire map, capping one base and then moving to D, then to E, then to B, and just doing this huge rotation around. So yeah, I would prefer grab C. So I'm gonna again keep up with the flanking mentality right here, seeing what I can get out of that instead of trying to go on to C itself. And hopefully my teammates will be able to catch on and do something about that. So checking out to see if anything to give me a little bit of edge. I'm trying to see if I can get a flare from any of the scout classes, just because, like I said, C is it's a cancer zone for me right now. So so yeah, now I'm getting shot at. But there was some smoke. So even then, like, I'm over there flanking, and then they're on C itself. It's such a waste for me. Like, it's nothing I can do. You can see right there. This has been my game non-stop on C right now. That's how it's been. So I wouldn't be surprised as what's going on for everyone else too. Yeah, this has been how it's been. So I just give it up. I'm like, okay, forget it. I'm just gonna go over here and push B, because that's just not doing me any good. And I know one scout class saw me, and I was able to shoot that guy out. And then I have this guy here, and I'm gonna throw some more flares, or he doesn't have a flare in his thing, so I'm gonna drop it down. I know they're gonna spawn right out straight towards me to my left. Fortunately, I think I spent too much time doing this. So I think I spent too much time trying to do this and get these flares out that I'm not able to get myself in a good enough position right here. And I don't know exactly what happened. I think we're okay. No, I think we're able to cap this one fine. I've been in some situations here where I've been spending too much time trying to get the flare out, and they're able to spawn on their point and get in their good position. So you can see right here, I'm right here because I know when they spawn at the very beginning of the game by A, over here by B, they're going to spawn way down over there normally. So I was trying to put myself in a good position to handle that when they came out, but they didn't end up coming out also. We were able to easily cap that, and this is where he's at over here. Yeah, that's where he's at. So fortunately, Shotgun's been a little bit of a grind too. Shotgun hasn't really been giving me much. Yeah, I run into this player right over here, or I get like caught because I was surprised, and I try to melee him, and then I die. So yeah, it's kind of how it goes sometimes. Just not the rhythm of it. Just the weird things end up happening. So I think there's a lot of tank gameplay this round. So yeah, so even though I died, I'm able to grab a tank again. And I'm going to go on to this and now try to be a more effective force than what I was doing there a second ago. Because, yeah, I can do all day long. I can go run around flanking people, killing people, man, if I cannot cap the territory and stuff. So I've been doing this a lot, though, lately with my tank. I have been playing kind of a more aggressive play style. Not like if there's anything I'm against anything, like people who want to, play more conservative with their tank and try to keep their tank longer. But for me, I'm just like, whatever, I'll just put myself right in the zone. If I start off in the very beginning of the game, like you saw me in the very beginning of the game, I was a little bit more conservative with the tank. But I was still very much trying to push all the way down and make it all the way down to D. But I just couldn't get past all those enemies. I kept spawning and everything like that. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing lately. So I'm back now. When I die with the tank, if I die and I get it back, I'm just like, whatever. I'm just go as far as I can, go as hard as I can with it, because I've just been doing this a lot lately. Even though the tanks are pretty good and like they're it's a vehicle on the map. I don't know. Sometimes I just find myself doing a lot better just me being in my assault class. So this guy was over here trying to do work on me. These trenches there, though. Would you consider these trenches? I guess, right? These are trenches. They're a little bit of a pain, man. My tank gets stuck in them a lot, and even vehicles as well too. Like I'm sure some of you, I've seen a lot of people with the artillery truck, and they get stuck right there. They get stopped right there, and they get stuck. And I think they don't realize. I'm pretty sure you could get out of that situation if you end up shooting your gun. Because I'm pretty sure when you get stuck with your artillery truck, if you shoot your gun, the vehicle moves, and when the vehicle rotates back and forth, your wheels will naturally come out of that. I'm pretty sure that's what will end up happening. I've yet to use the artillery truck on this map, just because of that. Like, there's a lot of little things that are like little divots right here, and I don't know. I feel like with the different angles where people can hide at, I don't want to be using a vehicle like that right now on this map. I'd rather be using this, this tank right here, just because I feel like it's a better option to be able to take out, you know, the massive amount of enemies that are shooting at me. So as you can see, they're just waiting for me, because, you know, you kill one and they know where you're, you know, they're following where you're going at, and they're just gonna end up, you know, trying to chase you all the way down. And you know, the moment they die, they know where, you know, where you're moving towards to, and so they're just waiting for me. So these are the type of stuff I don't like, where I'm over here, this again, blasting people, but I can't seem to get on the actual territory, because now this is all they're gonna do. They're gonna keep pushing here and pushing me all the way back. And I would like to think that when I do this, that I'm slaying a bunch of people, and it's at least giving my teammates less people they have to deal with, but that doesn't always work out the best for me. So because you could always have a really good other player on the other team that's just neutralizing everything you're doing out. He's just slaying everyone on your team. So you know, and if he's slaying them on a capture point and you're not on a capture point, you know, he's definitely doing better than you. No matter how well you think you're doing, you're gonna probably lose the game. So so yeah, I'm kind of watching this turn right here, trying to get myself somewhat up. I was hoping my sniper would stay up alive a little bit longer, but he did. And the moment he died, I knew I was gonna be in trouble now, because now I can't. I've been having a hard time too hitting shots with this tank as well. Like, I've been doing a lot of, you know, 88 damage, 75 damage. I just cannot seem to finish my kills with this tank. Because now I realize, you know, what it did turn out well for me though, because as you can see now, we've capped every point, and so all we don't have is B, and that B is the one area that I was trying to cap. So I can't imagine that what I was doing there wasn't being somewhat effective, because as you can see here, we have every capping point except for B. So I did realize that right about now, so I was like, you know, I'm just going to chill out here then and hold them down from flanking down over here by A, and, you know, hoping my teammates will at least, you know, flank from behind or something. They can do something a little bit differently to, you know, give me out kind of out of this position to be trying to hold it down, because I know they're going to want to push on my right side here, and I'm just trying to avoid any more of that. See, there's more of it. I don't know how many 88s I'm having right now, you know, so that's a little bit unfortunate. And now I'm getting stuck on there's a lot of tanks here, you know, a lot of blown up tanks that I'm just not aware of, because again, there's a lot of those little things on the maps that I'm not familiar with. So I end up conceding it. My teammates are pushing B, but I figured, you know what, if they're going to push B, I haven't really held this part down very well. I'll give them A, and my teams will be able to grab B, and I'll be able to reset myself again and kind of do what I was doing over there by B, in between B and A, and do that between A and D now. So yeah, just trying to hold them down, and you know, slow them down a little bit and give us a little bit of that extra edge. Fortunately, we're not capping B here, so I'm gonna come up here, be a little more aggressive with this thing by A. I think I get hit by it. Was that a Olympic charge that he dropped down over there? I'm pretty sure he did. Like at the last second, he was waiting for me, and he threw it out there. So kind of a little sneaky movies. I mean, I watched a lot of the support class doing a lot of these Olympic moves, where they're trying to just enough around the corner where you don't see them, and they throw it. And I've been seeing them doing. I've been seeing them do it a lot. The animation is funny because it's just, you just see this guy throw it, because it's such a difficult kind of difficult, you know, like move to do when you know, you're the light machine gun class, because, you know, you just have this little, you know, metallic ball that you're throwing, you know, and it's just such a heavy feel. And so to see people do it, I don't know, it kind of I don't know, I just find it kind of humorous. But yeah, some people are doing it, and they're doing it while they're posting themselves up against certain walls, and they're able to get it out just enough to do damage with. You can't see their body at all, but they're able to, you know, they're able to get it out and get it stuck on you and do some damage to you. So props to them on that. Yeah, I get blasted. I knew this was gonna happen too. I knew eventually someone's gonna rotate around behind me, and yeah, that's what ended up happening. So I knew that was gonna end up happening. And I was like, yeah, kind of sucks, but it's all right. So well, I was able to at least hold them down. And like I said, sometimes when I do my damage with my tank, I'm almost kind of like, man, I'm almost kind of done with this thing because it's such a battle over and over again where you're just in this one spot battling people. And I'm not on the territory, and I would rather just be on the territory doing work with my assault class. So as you can see over here, I am able to take out those 3 guys, and now I'm able to flank from behind. I'll do a lot of that too with my grenade. With the update with the that came out for not the one of the last updates, not the most recent one, but one before that. That was unfortunate there, man. I got shot from strange area to die from. They upgraded the grenades when they did one of the last updates with some of the grenades. They changed the heavy tank grenade, where now when you throw that grenade, it's not a full damage on someone. It's like 90, like a 90 hit instead of 100. And so because of that, it's not going to be a full death when you throw that heavy tank grenade. So what I've been doing a lot lately is I'll throw that grenade, and with my shotgun, I'll shoot them. And you know, because I'm such a far range with my shotgun, right? I'm only going to get like 10 points on them, right? So, but that's just enough. That's all that I need, and that's enough damage. And usually it doesn't scare them off enough to move them because it's only such a limited damage, so they just stay there. And then my grenade ends up falling right by them, and it'll blow them up and it kills them. So that's been my little strat I've been using to kind of compensate for what they did when they nerfed the grenade for the heavy machine gun. So yeah, it's been holding up pretty well. Been doing what I need to do, or what I need to be done over there. And so now, yeah, I think I'm going back to try to find the scout clock. I'm over back by C, right? And fortunately, I run into this dude right here. And yeah, they're all right here. I'm gonna get shot from the side. So again, yeah, I forgot. What a place for that guy to be at, right? Now, I know we had C, right? So I mean, and they only had E and D, but man, that's there's so much of that on this map where I'm just getting shot from. I'm getting shot from people who are just on are just in these rooms that are nowhere even close to the capture point. Yeah, I mean, it's not like they're nowhere close. I mean, everyone's been close, they've been around it, but they're just in these rooms, right? They're in these little, like, I don't know what you call them, like windows, and like the side of the building there, where you can only be in that little slot, and they're just staying right there, and they're gonna kill me. They're gonna beat me every single time doing that because I'm just not expecting it, and just because you're so limited in range, like, what are you gonna do there? You could only be there for so long. It's such a brief moment, and so I just don't expect someone to be there. And if they're there, I'm giving them that. I'm giving them that. So if they're gonna be in that position, they're gonna win every single time. So I'm hoping to get a little bit of it at C, because C is obvious that everyone's gonna be there. But man, right outside C, right there, coming up from E, like I don't know. Like after that experience, if I'm ever gonna expect a guy to kill me from there again. But if he does, props for that, because I'm just forget it. So. Back over here again with the tank again, and I am blasting this dude that I could not kill, which is not a surprise because, like I said, with the light tank I've been having struggles with just finishing my kills. And I'm getting blasted, and I figured I'm just going to move out because there's really no point in me being on there anymore. And then right when I move out, I realized, oh, we're losing again. So back at that same mode again, where now I'm with the tank and we're not able to, I'm gonna have to go like on this whole like grind again where I'm gonna have to kill a bunch of people and hold them off again. But there we go. Fortunately we're able to cap A again, so I have to go through that whole process, and I'm gonna rotate myself all the way around towards the B. So fortunately, I think that last round, that last time that I had where I was using the when I was using the tank did enough damage where we were able to cap those bases that put us in the lead. So that did work out well. So there are times where you are slaying enough, I think, and you are doing enough damage to the team that it does turn out well for your favor. So they weren't able to compensate to how much damage I was doing, and my teammates were able to take advantage of that, have less people they had to deal with, and because of that they were able to cap enough bases that gave us enough of an edge right up here to be up here in the lead. And as of right now, with us holding down C, but we don't want to lose A. So I do realize that right now, because let's not lose A right now. If they control A over here and we only have C, we're going to be a little bit in trouble here. So I'm going to rotate all the way around and see what's going on and make sure no one's behind me, because I knew they're going to want to flank around right here. And again, can't finish my kills, which is a little bit unfortunate because I'm like, okay, I want to go over here and get A, but I think I'm gonna go down below because this is where I know they're spawning from, and I figured I'm just gonna push all the way down, give them A, and I'll go over here and cap D. Because yeah, there's really no way. I was getting flanked so hard. That's what I wanted to get A, but there's just no way I'm gonna be able to do that because they're all gonna spawn by D and come up from behind. So now I know if I can just get on D, I'm gonna push them back farther. So now where they're gonna spawn, they're gonna spawn over there right in front of me, or they're gonna spawn a little bit to my left. So a good position if you want to put this tank out. You can put the back end of this tank. Unfortunately, they're coming out still from the side down over there. That's how their squad spawning right there. That's why they're spawning right there. So that's the only reason why they're actually coming out from that angle. But normally they're gonna have spawning from me from behind. So as you can see right now, that's where he's at. See? So that's the only reason why they're coming out there is because they have squad spawns or something that's going on over there. Normally they'll spawn right there or right over there, right where I'm looking there. So that's usually where they're at. And what I like to do is I'll put my kind of the back end of my tank right behind that little cart right there to prevent me from getting shot from behind. You know, from a grenade or some AT rocket gun or something like that. And that would usually cover my ass, you could say, and yeah, and being able to cap these. So you know, that was a little bit of adjustment that worked out well. Teammates did well too. As you can see, they're handling everything else, and I was just able to kind of roll with the tank and do a lot of damage with the tank. I think it went like 79-9 in this game or something like that. So it says like 89 here, but at the end score is going to go 79. So I still had a lot of score, a good score, but teammates did really well, at least getting on the actual capture point and doing damage and actually able to take hold of that, which is really helpful because, like I said, you can do a lot of slaying and you're not getting anywhere if you can't get on the capture point, which seemed to kind of be a little bit of a difficult process for me that game. Like I said, that's what happens with the tanks. A lot of people, the light tank, I get torn in between, like wanting to stay alive, but realizing that, you know, I need to get on the point itself. And fortunately for this game, it turned out well. So that's back at it again, back on the battlefield, playing some gameplay out, you know, keeping the grind up, trying out the map, and getting as good as I can at it until we got our next map that will be coming out here soon. Appreciate you guys being here. Thanks again for watching. I am Living, and I will see you guys again later. Peace.